Hello friends, welcome to my channel DataMaking. In this video, I'm going to discuss about multiple linear regression using a PySpark. Okay, let us go to the topic. Let me minimize the recording window. Okay, so what is multiple linear regression? Multiple linear regression, finding the relationship between more than one independent variable and the one dependent variable. So if you consider this example, we have actually the advertising amount spent for advertising in three different telemedium, which is a medium, communication medium, television, how much amount dollar they spent, okay, and radio how much they spent, and in the newspaper how much they spent, and what is the sales they got it when they spent the advertising in this communication mediums. So the sales figures in thousands, this is in dollars. So basically this $22,000, this much amount they spent on television advertising, on radio, newspaper. Okay, so what is multiple linear regression does is it uses the linear equation. The linear equation looks like this, like y equal to the y is the value, sales value which we are going to predict. Okay, it uses the m1 x1 plus m2 x2 plus so on, and plus c is the intercept or constant, and m1 m2 are the slope. Okay, so using this linear equation, it can actually the model, the linear regression model can predict the y value. Okay, so so if you want to learn about how the linear regression works, okay, you can actually watch me another video where I explained how the straight line, the linear line is drawn in the when you give the data points in the chart, and how the linear equation formed, how to calculate m and c, everything I given in the video. You can just watch that video. Okay, let us go to the program. Okay, so I will open my VM. Okay, close this. Let me log into my virtual machine. Okay, I have written a PySpark program, okay, to implement a multiple linear regression. Okay, so so I took the example dataset which I showed in the slide, okay, which is the CSV file which contains the advertising spent on three different communication medium like television, radio, newspaper, and what is the sales figure they got. Okay, so this is our input data set. Okay, we are going to use this for both a training set as well as the test set. Okay, so let me walk through the PySpark program for the multiple linear regression. So first is the input part of your data set. Okay, then followed by you will have the I'm creating a Spark session object. Once I create a Spark session object, okay, I'm going to read this CSV file. Okay, so using the data source API, CSV data source API. Okay, so once you read this, you will get a data frame. Okay, input a data set df. Okay, so once you get the data frame, you can actually do all these data frame operations. Like I'm just finding the first schema of the data frame, then I'm going to show you the 10 records from this data frame. Okay, data set. Next, actually we need to form the features and labels. Features nothing but your independent variables, and labels nothing but your target or independent variable. Okay, so using the vector assembler, you can actually choose your input columns as features. Okay, which is TV, radio, newspapers, advertising columns. Okay, and then you transform it. Okay, so once you transform it, you will get actually a two-dimensional array. Okay, then you actually have to so this data frame will have these columns, the TV, television, newspaper as one column, and sales as another column, and new column got created with this combination of this value as a feature as one column. So we are actually for model building, we are going to select this features column as well as the sales column. So features column will be a combination of x1, x2, x3, the independent variables, and the sales is a y, which is the dependent variable. Okay, then I will show you that a few records from this final data set, and then we are going to do the 30 70-30 split, like 70% of the data will be taken for training set, and the 30% will be taken for test set. Okay, then you take this. So you will give a list of training data set and test data set. You just take the first position, you will have a training data set. In the 0th position, the first position, you will have the test data set. Once you get the data sets, then you are going to actually create a model for linear regression. Okay, so once you create a model for linear regression, okay, considering that you have to specify the features columns, okay, which is our feature column in the data, which we got it in the data frame, right? The final data frame, which is formed for training. Okay, so in the training data frame, feature column will be given to features column, and then sales you will actually provide to the label column. Okay, and you set the iteration as 100, and then you have other tuning parameters like regularization parameters and elastic net mixing parameters. You can give this value. I'm just giving what are the values used generally in the algorithm. They actually given these values. Okay, just I'm giving this value. Then once you build the model, now you are going to train the model. How do you train? Using the fit method. So the model.fit method and passing the training dataset will build the model. So once the model is built, okay, so using that model, you are going to do the prediction. So to do the prediction, actually we are using the transform method, and you pass the test dataset. Once you pass the test dataset of the features, okay, so it will be so once you pass this test data set, which is just the features column, right? Once you pass this, it will be taken for it will give the prediction. Okay, so yeah, so it will give the prediction, which has actually once the prediction is come, so you can actually take the prediction. So you this test data set, it has a features column as well as the sales column. Additionally, what we are going to do is we are going to actually so this model is going to create one more column like as a prediction. Okay, in the prediction column, it will actually have the prediction based on your features. Okay, so that you just take these 3 columns, okay, and show some records from that prediction, actual prediction. Just compare. You can compare once this line of code runs. You can actually compare with the actual value versus prediction value. The actual value will be in the sales column. Okay, so now if you want to find out the RMSE value as well as the R squared value, there is a model summary property which is in the model. Just say model dot summary, you get the training summary. Okay, so from that you will have a 2 property. Okay, one is root mean squared error and R2 value. You can R square value. You can just take and print it, and you can see how good the model is performing. Okay, so let me run this program. So when you run this program, it is going to start with creating a Spark session object and loading a CSV file into data frame and converting the data frame into features column, creating a new column called features, which is a combination of the advertising cost for TV, radio, and newspaper, and then it will build that features. Okay, so after that you pass the features and label column to the model to build the model. Okay, then you can do the prediction. This is feature column is built. Now the model is running, means the model building code is running. Okay, so now what we got is the final prediction, right? So just you can compare. So basically, this is the predicted value, and this is the actual sales value. So you see there is lot much difference actually. Some value are closer, not most of the things are not closer. Okay, probably last two values somewhat closer, but other three values are far away from the actual value. Okay, and the RMSE score says 1.6, and R squared value is actually closer to 0.89, but still this model is not good actually. So so you can actually tune the model parameters. Some you can do some kind of optimization, and also you can just try to take more input data set for training set to improve our model. Okay, there are many ways you can actually improve the model. Okay, we'll see in the future videos. Okay, yeah, with this we'll actually close this video. Like so in this video we saw how to what is the multiple linear regression and how to implement in PySpark. Thank you so much friends. See you in the next video.